is up, guys? Welcome to the video. Gonna start the video here. It is a rare, beautiful February day in New York City. Had a very busy morning training clients starting at like 5 a.m. So I'm kind of tired, but just finished a fantastic training session over at Blink. But today's video is going to be about fat loss foods. So like 10, 15 foods, I'm not sure yet because I haven't gone to the grocery store, that I would recommend for anybody trying to lose fat. So I'm gonna head to the grocery store, head home, and then we'll dive into that. All right, back home, got a shower, cleaned up a bit, and also picked up some foods because, like I said in the intro, I'm gonna be talking fat loss foods. Now, right at the top, I'm going to say this once, and I mean it. Any food you eat can be a food for fat loss. There's nothing special about any of these foods at all, except the fact that they are generally low calorie, high volume foods that you can eat and enjoy while fitting them into your macros if you're trying to lose weight. I've got some snack options, some high protein options, some fun things here, but the big thing that they have in common is that they are easy to fit in your macros. So if you're somebody that's trying to cut, drop some body fat, these foods might help if you put them on your shopping list to help you stay in a calorie deficit, which will help you lose fat. But like I said, you can eat any food and still lose fat, but some are easier to fit in your macros than others. But without further ado, let's dive into the list, starting with probably the best food on this list for somebody who's trying to keep protein high and calories low, and that is egg whites. This is just Target brand, there's nothing special about these things, but the macros on egg whites are perfect. Like if you are somebody who's trying to keep calories low and make sure you get your protein in, maintain muscle in a cut, this is gonna be your best friend. I have about half a carton of these just about every single day as an omelet, and macros, like I said, are amazing. 25 calories per servings. Half the carton is 250 calories and 50 grams of protein. That is impossible to beat. You will not find a better food, a more filling food, a more voluminous, let's say high volume food than egg whites. Liquid egg whites are your best friend. You can buy them by the carton if you want to just buy whole eggs and then separate it yourself, but these generally tend to be more cost effective and less labor intensive, which are two things I'm a big fan of. Keeping with the egg white theme in a way, and that's because I put these in my egg whites every morning when I have them, is fat-free feta. This is Trader Joe's brand, but I think just about any feta cheesemaker has a fat-free version. And the reason that I'm such a big fan of this fat-free feta isn't because fat is bad or anything like that, but the macros on these are also insane. 35 calories, 3 carb, 0 fat, 6 protein. So for 35 calories, you can dump an extra 6 grams of protein into your omelet. So what I will usually do is have 2 servings of this, half a carton of the egg whites, and that right there is 64 grams of protein sorted right at the beginning of the day. So if you're one of those people who's like, I don't know how to eat more protein in my diet, I don't know how to do it, how do I do it without just having a bunch of protein powder? Egg whites and the fat-free feta will be about 270 calories and like 60 plus grams of protein. Next on the list, and it's another one that fits the category of super high protein, super low calorie, macros are insane. 0% Greek yogurt. Kind of a no-brainer on this. I feel like everybody knows about Greek yogurt right now. It's not like a secret that the macros are fantastic for anybody trying to keep calories low and protein high. So if you have 2 servings of this, you'll be sub 200 calories and about 40 grams of protein, like that. Now, the reason I'm including this next thing on the list is because some people don't like just plain Greek yogurt. I get it, it doesn't taste great all the time, and the like sugary options that you can get of Greek yogurt are generally much lower in protein, much higher in carbs because the added sugars in there. And when you're trying to keep calories low, any excess carbs coming in, like tag along carbs and fats from adding sugar and fat into things, can mess that up. But I'm a big fan of this Icelandic style yogurt, skyr. If I have any Icelandic viewers and I'm saying that wrong, please bash me in the comments. I would really appreciate that. But what I like about this, and this is Trader Joe's brand as well, is that these are still very tasty for a flavored yogurt while maintaining a decent macronutrient profile. One of these containers is 130 calories, 16 grams of protein, 2 grams of fat, and 12 carb. So all in all, not bad. Tastier than the fat-free Greek yogurt, and they come in a variety of flavors. Jesus. Moving on down the list, and this is more of a fun thing, trying to get out of the dairy and egg centric thing, and that is going to be, well, I wanted to get Halo Top because everybody knows Halo Top, but my Target was out of, actually that's not true. There was just mint chip left, and I wasn't gonna drop $5 on mint chip because it's not my favorite flavor, and I wasn't gonna do that just for the video. And I saw that Target, I don't know if you can see this well, there we go. Target has their own brand of Halo Top, the Favorite Day line, 370 calories per pint, 20 grams of protein per pint. Halo Top I know is going to be better than this. Actually, I've never tried this. I'm gonna do it right now, actually. Let's try this. Ow, fuck. I don't have a spoon. I'm gonna do this with my finger. It's not bad, not as good as Halo Top. But if you want something different, Favorite Day, pick it up. That wasn't great, but Halo Top, the substitute this for Halo Top. And the reason I say Halo Top and the reason it's on the list is because you get 20 grams of protein for the pint. You can have the whole pint of it and not really put a serious dent into your macros for the day. Can't say that I wholeheartedly recommend Target brand, but Halo Top will do the trick. On to the next thing, and we're gonna be shifting into vegetables here. And the first vegetable that I will include is going to be riced cauliflower. Just cauliflower in general. I happen to have riced, that's why I had it. But something like riced cauliflower can be a fantastic substitute for folks who are trying to keep calories low, trying to stay in that calorie deficit. Also because it adds a lot of volume to whatever meal you're having. Any calories that you're gonna get from this are gonna be marginal at best. I actually don't have my clients track vegetables like cauliflower, like broccoli, mostly from the standpoint of because the calories that you're gonna get are gonna be marginal at best for your day unless you're eating massive quantities. And also if you're trying to like fit vegetables into your macros and you're like trying to track those, you don't want to mentally be in a spot where you're cutting vegetables out so you can fit things into your day better, like foods you enjoy more. So as far as I'm concerned, for the most part, vegetables are like a 0 calorie thing. And when you're adding a bunch of volume, something that will fill you up with essentially 0 calories at the end of the day, riced cauliflower is a great option. Piggybacking off of that, broccoli, probably my favorite vegetable, dare I say. I love roasted broccoli. Funny enough, the riced cauliflower didn't even have nutrition on here, but for this whole bag, it's gonna be 80 calories, the whole bag. And if you eat this whole bag of broccoli, which is mostly fiber, you're gonna be so full. It's so much food. 80 calories worth of broccoli is the size of my head. If you can eat that and fit it in, good on you. Eat your veggies. It's gonna fill you up. It's gonna keep your calories low. Put it on your shopping list. Next on the list is berries. Now, I just have blackberries with me, but I'm gonna throw any berries on here. Blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, strawberries. They, like vegetables, are very high in fiber. They tend to be lower in sugar than most fruits, and the only reason I say that is because more sugar equals more carbs equals more calories. Nothing wrong with that. Don't listen to anybody who tells you to not eat fruit. I'm not saying that other fruits are bad. I'm just saying for the sake of snacking on and munching on a lot of stuff at once and staying in calorie deficit, eating a whole pint of blackberries is not gonna do that much damage to your day. They're good for you, they taste good. These are wet, they're leaking on me, I'm gonna put them down, but any berries make the list. Moving on, we have rolled oats. Just plain rolled oats, oatmeal, however you wanna make it. Rolled oats. Now, rolled oats are not like the most high protein option. So you're not eating this for the protein per se, but as a base, as a part of a meal. Oatmeal fills you up like none other. It is super tasty. You can add those berries to it if you want. You can make it very tasty without making it a very high calorie breakfast. I'm a huge fan of oatmeal. I eat it almost every single day, so it's on the list. Next thing on the list, and it's kind of a weird one, but it's something that I personally swear by, and that is using cooking spray when you are cooking. So when you're making your egg whites and feta in the morning, cooking spray, not butter, not olive oil, not because there's anything inherently bad with that, but it is very, very, very easy to accidentally put in too much oil, too much butter, and then just throw your calories through the roof. And then you find yourself in a position where you're like, I don't know why I'm not losing weight. And it's because you've added in an extra 600, 700 calories worth of cooking oils throughout your meals across the day. That could be a huge reason why. Now, obviously this stuff is not 0 calorie, even if it says 0 calories on here. There's 753 servings in here, but this is far easier to keep manageable in terms of like how much you're using than like pouring olive oil into a pan. Next is our first and only liquid, and that is almond milk, unsweetened almond milk, mind you. For 8 ounces, you've got 30 calories, 2.5 fat, 1 carb, 1 protein. And if you're somebody like me who eats a lot of cereal and don't want to add in excess unneeded calories from the liquid going in your cereal, almond milk is a fantastic choice. Or cashew milk also has great macros. I think that's like even 25 calories per 8 ounces. For me, almond milk is the choice. It's on the list. Coming towards the bottom of the list here, and the next thing is kind of a fun one. It's something that I feel almost sacrilegious putting in here, but I had it in the cupboard and it's not that bad, and that is Magic Spoon. Now, if you know me, if you follow the channel for any amount of time, you know that I love cereal. I have like a video of me reviewing 3 cereals at once. That's like one of the first videos that I ever put on YouTube. Yeah, it is kind of tough on me to put something like Magic Spoon on here, but the way I like to think about Magic Spoon is that this is a protein supplement. Like any bar or something like this, I don't think of this as a substitute for cereal. I'm not gonna sit here, look you in the eyes and tell you that this is as good as Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's not. It's not at all. If you're somebody who's sick of protein bars and want to have another like supplementary protein thing that you can eat like a decent amount of, like I said, you can have a whole bowl of this as opposed to just eating a bar, so it feels like you're eating more, even more that like repetitive nature of eating with this. Pretty solid macros for the taste. Yes, it is pricey, but like I said, you can't view this stuff as a cereal replacement. You have to think about it in terms of like how it equates to another protein supplement. Coming into the last thing on my list, and this is a weird one that isn't inherently like a fat loss food, and that is going to be these savory thin mini rice crackers, and not these specifically. The reason that I put these on my list is because the serving size is very high. For example, you can have 38 crackers for 130 calories. And when you're thinking about savory things to just pick at, whether it's like Doritos, Fritos, anything like that, the serving size tends to be pretty low. Like, I don't know what the serving size is on Doritos, but it's probably like 8 Doritos. Nobody in their right mind has ever sat down and had 8 Doritos. That's just not how people are. And if you are like that, bless you and your willpower. But having snacks like this when you are trying to lose fat and you are craving something salty and you want to just like pick at something, munching, watching a movie, you can have like 80 crackers for less than 300 calories. And that is a lot of in and out of your mouth. Don't love the way that sounded. But that's a lot of just repetition eating, which for a lot of folks is a big thing that they look for in food. Another great option like that, low calorie, high volume, savory snacks. There's some like mini pretzel sticks you can buy from Roll Gold that is about, I think, 50 little pretzels per serving. Goldfish are 55 goldfish per serving. So finding snacks like that you can repetitively eat a lot of while keeping calories low can be a serious like mental unlock for people trying to lose body fat. Now that was the last thing on my list. Now some obvious things that I didn't have with me to put on the list because I didn't want like raw meat sitting out here are things like any lean protein sources. So if you're going to the grocery store and you're like, sure, but what else can I get that's like meat, something to center meals around? Some of my favorites are ground turkey, ground chicken, tilapia, any white fish. Tuna is low calorie. If you're shopping for proteins, meats, and you want to look at what the nutrition label is, you want to see a lower fat number and a higher protein number. Now, I hope you found this video useful and informative. Make sure to leave a like, comment below any favorite fat loss foods that you eat, any foods that keep you in a calorie deficit that you can eat a lot of that other people might find helpful. And of course, if you're not already, please hit subscribe. But with that being said, that's the end of the video. I appreciate you all immensely, and I will catch you in the next one.